Welcome back, folks, and with me, as with last time, is Robot Jones.
Hello.
And we are here shooting a bunch of eyes, because that is what we do.
Eye. An eye for an eye.
You-
My
You can
book
probably...
is about to be finished.
What?
My book is about to be finished.
You're reading a book right
After
now?
a lot of... Huh?
You're reading a book right now?
I'm writing a book.
Oh!
Yep.
Well, what kind of book is it?
It's a humoristic fantasy book.
A...
Making jokes of the gamer scene. Pen and paper games.
Making...
Nerds.
Sorry, what was that? Making jokes of...
Gamers, nerds, and pen and paper.
Ah, I see.
290 pages. At this point.
Hey, speaking of pen and paper...
Yeah?
I noticed that you did the playthrough of Shadowrun, and I'm always kind of curious about the game because I was always kind of curious, just how true is that to the actual Shadowrun experience, if you've ever played pen and paper?
A lot. I've played Shadowrun for 2 or 3 years. So, really accurate, but yeah, it's a console adaptation. So,
It's
yeah,
understandable.
me like real pen and paper.
Wow, alright. I mean, is the damage... The thing that really struck me as odd with the game was just how arbitrary the damage system seems to be. Like I noticed, sometimes you can walk away from a battle without a scratch on you, and other times it's like your armor will seem like it's just made out of paper mache.
Yeah, I think the fact that you can die from one shot in Shadowrun should have not been taken over to the console version.
So you can actually like die in one shot inside of the Shadowrun RPG normally?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can have very good armor, very good stats, but a shot to the head can make you dead.
Understandably, unless you're one of those, I guess, weird classes that don't have heads.
Yeah, those you can have a tail
It's always
and
just...
an extra arm. And a thorn that comes out of your mouth.
A what?
A thorn that comes out of your mouth.
Well, anything with cybernetics anymore.
I like so. Well,
Oh, nothing. I was just saying that little ditty that you probably heard coming through the microphone. That little do 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 do. That's our.
oh, I
power
heard
going
that. That's catchy.
off. Yeah, I always do that almost every time I hear that thing going off. Also, ouch. So yeah, this is pretty much how I'm doing things inside this dungeon here. It's not like it takes very much skill or anything. All you're just really doing is, whenever you're weak, you're going back and you're resting.
So you're pretty much doing the same stuff that you did in the last 50 to 70 videos.
Pretty much.
Nice.
It'll get a lot more fun whenever we actually get out to the village of Sweetwater and whatnot, because those creatures out there are a lot more fun to fight. These ones are just outright annoying because they have the Dispel Magic feature on them, and getting Dispel Magic cast on you basically forces you to run every single time and recast it every time they cast it on you. Whenever you lose Day of Protection, it's like it's a big crippling blow dealt to you, and therefore your party gets really chewed up out there, so you have to rest even more than you normally would. I think that the Dispel Magic that they do is just a really bad feature.
Okay.
Do you hear that?
Huh?
You hear that humming noise in the background?
Yeah.
That's good, because that means we are very close to one of those crystals that I was talking about. It makes that noise whenever you get close to it.
I suppose that's a good sign.
Yes, because it means we're about done with all these eyes. And we'll never see a floating eye ever again.
But floating ears.
No floating anything, thank goodness. They even took them out of the sequel, which is good. They don't have nearly as annoying monsters in the sequel. They took all of the stuff that pretty much was bad in this game and they expanded upon it, which is something that really got me mad at the people who reviewed the sequel to it, Might and Magic 7. It's like whenever reviews came out for Might and Magic 7, everybody's like, "Oh, it's just more of the same. You know, there's no improvements made upon it whatsoever." And they did a massive reworking to the system and whatnot in the game. I mean, they actually made mind spells very effective. You might have noticed that I wasn't casting like Charm or Mass Fear or anything like that. That's because everything inside this game is pretty much immune to the damage that it does. It's not damage per se, but it's a damage type, which is like magic. And about like 90% of everything in this game is absolutely immune to magic.
That is nice.
Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot whenever they were trying to go for balance. So that's the reason why whenever, like, you'll never see me use Mind Magic except for to cast Cure Insanity. But
what I heard about the game is that you can meet a dragon in the first minute of playing.
that you can what?
You can meet a dragon. Just at the beginning.
Just starting around. Okay, I can say for as far as I've been able to tell, that's pretty much crap unless you're using a cheat, I imagine, because I mean that's the thing. I've seen everybody like, you know, oh, just use shrapnel, use shrapnel. I'm like, hello, if I cast shrapnel at that low of a level, so I'm only going to cast it once before I have to run away to heal. I don't know how you can possibly kill a dragon at level 1. I mean, believe me, if there was a way to use it, I probably would have used it by now. It's probably something like, you know how everybody was talking about the little trick that you can do at the very start? You can find a fly scroll down by the bank, and you can use it to fly off to that Shrine of the Gods and whatnot. I think of this because it's sort of like, that was sort of meant to be a debug mode. I mean, it makes sense because, whenever you're creating a game like this, you're going to want to be able to test it and whatnot. But you're not going to want everybody to have to, you know, go out and level up their characters 5 million times over, right?
I agree. I totally agree.
And I think that's what it was done, was it was supposed to be a playtest method, you know what I mean? So that way the people who playtested this could get a bunch of levels really fast, get the lasers really fast, and they could just tear through the game.
Just like the testing hall in Oblivion.
Exactly. I've never gone there myself, but I imagine that they'd have something inside of Oblivion that works pretty much the exact same way.
I've never even played Oblivion. But I've played Morrowind a lot. And I'm a Knight of the Dragon.
A Knight of the what?
Knight of the Dragon, that's the highest rank you can get in the Imperial Legion.
Ew. I never...
Yeah.
I know that the Imperial Legion was... I know that the Imperial Legion is all for, isn't Akatosh their patron deity?
Yeah, I just played Legion character because I like the armor. I'm a fan of ancient Rome.
Nice.
Yep.
But
the bad thing is,
go ahead.
the Knight of the Dragon is a big shot in Morrowind. But every little foot soldier tells you, why are you not an uniform?
Oh, I
Just like
remember
the
that.
job.
Why aren't you in uniform? Yeah, they kept. I remember them saying.